got IFR at Addison. We taxied down to the run-up to grab our IFR clearance real quick, anticipating hopefully getting over to Addison and do a couple of VFR approaches over there. My controls. I'm just going to screw this up.
Cool.
Already done all of our run up and all that stuff.
So we're just expecting let's see, we filed for 5,000.
All right, parking brake is on.
Cool. All right, cool. Clearance delivery, thrust 522, ready to pick up IFR.
Oh, actually, say that. Usually, I know that automated service wasn't working, but they usually say contact Lone Star on the ground frequency. They're probably not going to say anything back.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be 121.6 is what it usually is before they open. So we can, on the ground frequency, usually when we're closed here, Lone Star monitors this frequency for us to pick up IFR on the ground. So, yeah.
We still call clearance delivery, but it's on
Lone Star, thrust 522 on the ground at Addison, looking to pick up IFR to Denison.
Lone Star, thrust 522 on the ground at Addison, ready to pick up a IFR to GYI.
Thrust 522, Lone Star approach, roger. Which runway?
Runway 34.
Thrust 522, standby. Thrust 5522, clear to Golf Yankee, India, airport, wind and train controlled airspace, fly runway heading, correction, fly runway heading, radar vectors to Texoma 5 departure, eager transition. Climb maintain 2,000, expect 5,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.3, squawk 5212. Your release for departure, clearance for if not off in 5 minutes, if not off in 5 minutes, advise regional approach no later than 10 minutes of intention. Time now 1037.
All look right. QI, runway heading, expect radar vectors, Texoma 5.
Yeah, all that's right. Just off by 5, if not off within 10, then holler back at them.
Okay.
Thrust by 522, Lone Star approach.
Clear for the Golf Yankee India on departure, fly runway heading, expecting radar vectors for Texoma 5, eager transition, and then direct 2,000 after 10 minutes, expect 5,000, 124.3, squawk 5212, if not off by 5 minutes.
Let you know by 10 minutes.
I'll let you know by 10 minutes.
Thrust by 522, read back is correct, have a nice flight.
Thank you. All right, cool.
That's why I like to just be down here already, have everything done. So we've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, because it gives you 5 minutes.
Plugged in.
Yeah. It's a code, and it was 5212. 512. All right, cool. We got that. Altitude is at 2,000. Fly runway heading.
Got that already.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just throw in the departure real quick.
Yep. So let's see. We'll go.
I got your frequency.
Procedure, departure, and it was the Texoma 5. Eager transition. Cool. And then.
And you can plug in your destination too, right?
Destination should be under, or I guess it wouldn't be under nearest.
No.
It would be under flight plan, probably recent, if it's in here. GYI, cool. Like the airport and runway. I don't know what the winds are looking like there.
020 should be a north flow.
Okay, cool. So I got
18 right.
18 right.
Okay, cool.
All right, sweet. Everything's set up, good to go. Frequencies are set. That's it. Departure brief. Board to takeoff for any fires, red enunciators, loss of directional control, engine failure below 1,000 AGL. Pitch for VG, land on remaining runway or within 30 degrees of heading. Engine failure above 1,000 AGL or turn crosswind. Pitch for VG and return to land on runway, taxiway, or suitable off-field site.
Okay.
All right, sweet. And we'll just go everything up. Addison traffic, throws 522, taking the active runway 34, departure on runway heading, Addison.
Sweet. Got your parking brake.
Oh, I was like, what? There we go, cool. I was like, we are not moving. All right, everything's up. Clear that out, mixture's fully rich.
Final's clear.
Cool.
And you got your timer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, your students are always going to forget that, so make sure you know about it.
All right, heels on the floor. Start that timer. And on the go. Green, airspeed alive. And there's 60, rotate.
Where did all the clouds go?
I know, I was just thinking that.
Right when we go to take off, they're all around us.
We're going to get some actual. Let's see, we can get heading, altitude, flight level change, go 76.
Yeah, so obviously we're on an IFR flight plan, so we've got to make sure that we're taking care of business there and talking to them, but as you can, just kind of keep working on teaching me and telling me what we're doing, but we're good and up and away now, so we can swap over to them and go do what we need to do.
Sweet. Lost our departure, thrust 522 at 1300, coming at 2000.
That's 522 departure, ident, climb maintain 3000.
Ident, climb and maintain 3000, thrust 522.
That's 522, thank you. Our radar contact just off of Addison at 1400.
We don't have to say anything back to that.
Roger, if anything.
Cool. You clicked the ident?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
That's why I said radar contact so fast.
Cool.
Dang, the clouds are running from us.
Yeah, really cleared up. I guess we got that super thin layer right here, but I don't know.
Okay, so you're the instructor, right? So make sure you're flying the plane first, and especially if you're in IMC, because you're going to have times when you go fly students in IMC, all right? So we're not in IMC, but we are on a flight plan, so we've got to make sure that we're flying the plane and talking to them first, and then teaching in between as we can, all right? We've got to make sure all that stuff is taken care of first, so that you can kind of zoom out and everything. You still want to be situationally aware of where you're at, what's going on around you. And then you could also, so this is ground-based, right?
Yep.
So we could plug in, so we didn't do this on the ground, we were kind of in a hurry, because they gave us 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he didn't ask. But we could have asked him for extra time on the ground if we wanted to. But we knew we were going to pop out just a little bit of ways coming out regardless if we stayed VFR or not. We knew we were going to get VFR this way. But anyway, so yeah, while we're kind of going this way, he's probably going to give us something else here soon. But we can kind of be plugging in these VORs and tuning into the radios since we're on heading mode.
Yeah, cool. Let's see, so 115.7, we'll use that 012 radial, so off the Ranger, so 5.7, then we can go ahead and flip that over, and we're on heading mode, always good to verify that. So CDI.
Thrust 522, flighting at 360, climb maintain 5,000.
360, climb and maintain 5,000, thrust 522. 360. And then altitude up to 5,000. Just make sure it's going to keep going. Cool. Okay, yeah, so still on nav 1. Basically what I'm doing, I'm using these two radials to triangulate our position for backup just in case we get that GPS failure. So off the Ranger, that'll be 012. Oh, 012. The knobs work a lot better than the sim.
Yeah, right. You can't rip on it fast.
Yeah.
It'll go.
Yep. And then, let's see, we can also use the bottom on 114.6.
Thrust 542, contact the center on 126.57.
114.6.
Contact
radial
center on 126.4 or 57. Thrust 542.
Then 256. All right, cool. Yeah, so we got those backup VORs in. Once again, that is for us to use them as backup just in case we have a GPS failure. We can always, or also go ahead and bring up those bearing pointers as well. So we got bearing 1, bearing 2. This is just going to show where our VORs are located, and we can also check to see when we pass over Gravy, or Gravy, however you say it, with those bearing pointers. I think another good teaching point, I mean, we could have gone over this earlier, but on departure, there's 3 main altitudes to really consider. So that departure procedure gives us 35 feet of clearance, at least 35 feet from the edge of the runway. And then we have to climb at least 200 feet per minute, and then we have to be at least 400 feet AGL before we turn out.
Good. Yeah, he's probably just going to let you go direct and never intercept that butt. You could also activate that next leg, right?
Oh, okay. Let's see, so we go flight plan.
Because right now you've got a leg activated that's going to the VOR.
Yeah, we probably should have done that earlier. So yeah, we would go menu, activate leg, activate.
There you go.
And we're still on heading mode, so just have it there. Cool. It's also good to note that our weather information, there's a slight delay. I believe about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little bit behind.
So if we really need any specific weather updates, we can always ask ATC because they have radar. And we're at 5,000. I'll go through cruise checklist and make sure, up it down just a little bit. There we go, and then let's see, we'll go fuel pump. Landing light in, so in IFR, should we just still keep that on? I mean, I guess it's VFR.
Yeah, I mean, either way.
Yeah. Still got the position lights. FMS, so we are heading 360 at 5,000 out to GYI. And we already leaned out the mixture as well.
Yeah, so we'll kind of stay with him for a little while longer, get outside the shelf, let him send us over to center. And if it looks like it's going to stay looking like this, but we switch over to center, we might just go ahead and cancel IFR so that you can teach us a hold.
Cool.
We can just do it on a radial off of this one we're already tuned into.
Okay.
We can just adjust the radial where it's a little closer to us.
Yeah, sweet. It's always good practice to kind of get like in the real world flow of all the IFR.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I could practice all day at home, but you know that's not gonna. I mean, it'll help, but doesn't get you fully ready. And a little rain.
I hear the rain, but I don't see it.
I know. I was looking for it too. I don't see it either.
Yeah, you can hardly tell on the windscreen.
I can hear it. So if it were, obviously it's plenty warm right now, but if this was in the winter, we're experiencing the freezing temperatures, or we would look to see if we're experiencing freezing temperatures, and if we hear that, then we would just kind of run through the flow of just making sure our power's good, don't touch configuration and all that. Is there anything specific that you look at?
Me personally, I like to probably, if it's anything lower than like 10 degrees Celsius, especially like 5 degrees Celsius, then I'll just throw the pitot heat on and then start just keeping an eye out a little bit.
Okay.
If you happen to start getting into a little bit of moisture, so that if or when, obviously in our aircraft, if you see some starting to develop, then you can, if you're still being controlled, you can let them know and help you to divert to get out of it.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do.
Ask for lower altitude or...
Yeah, we could just do what they're doing if you want.
Okay.
Looks like they're hitting that approach already.
Cool.
Here soon, we can holler at, they're probably about to switch us over any second.
Okay.
Actually, I think we're good.
Lone Star, that's 522.
That's 522, good.
Hey, can we just cancel our IFR? We're going to be VFR the rest of the way it looks like.
That's 522, that's fine. IFR cancel HRC, squawk VFR for exchange approved. You have a good rest of your day.
Squawk VFR, change approved. Thanks for the help. That's 522. Hey, 526, this is 522. What are y'all doing after the RNAV?
Depending on the time, we're probably going back and or vectoring for the VOR.
Roger, we're going to try to kind of watch where you're spacing there, but we're going to try to vector for the ILS 1A.
Sounds good. Probably go north of the final approach course for the VOR.
Roger, 688, what are you working on? Have you heard them on frequency?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're VFR now, right?
Yep. They were vectoring for the VOR.
Roger, thanks.
All right, thrust 522, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000, thrust 522.
Okay, cool. So it would be good to note that we're still pretty far off. Is that showing 5?
5 out, 526, 5 mile final, RNAV 136 right.
So you see how he's saying a distance and not a point name? Don't say point names because people that are VFR, because people that are VFR pilots or whatever, if they're flying around while you're teaching somebody IFR training and stuff, they're not going to know what the heck you're talking about as far as points. So as you're letting them know, you can just let them know that you're vectoring for whatever approach, and then as you get established on it and you're coming in, give a couple of updates to the VFR traffic that you're, 10 miles out, coming in on this approach, and then you're 5 miles to the north coming in on this approach, so on and so forth.
Okay, gotcha. All right. let's see, thrust 522, descend and maintain 2,800.
North Texas traffic, thrust 561 is taxiing to 36, yeah, Alpha, North Texas.
And then I would probably start
Texas traffic is 526, 2 mile final runway on 36 right, North Texas.
Yeah, let's start putting whatever you need to do to vector.
Thrust 522, turn right heading 090.
Right heading 090. Thrust 522.
So this would put us on our base.
Yeah, so if you feel like you're really wide, but
yeah,
we're not ready to completely point base, that you don't have to necessarily point it straight in yet.
Yeah.
But
I think the hardest part is just figuring out like the spacing, just to get, so this gives us 4 miles. And this is 4 miles in all directions, correct? Like if I have it zoomed in, so that'd be our 2.5, yeah.
4 miles.
Yeah, so yeah,
that'd work.
So we'll probably intercept like 2.5, right?
Yeah, you just want to make sure that as you're getting them there, that you're setting them up for how tight you're putting them.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, so we got everything.
So let's give a call to the traffic that
Or Texas traffic,
that you're
going this on
vectoring for this approach,
Alpha, North Texas.
and like how far you are from the field.
Okay.
That's showing you from the final approach fix, so you have to jump over.
Nearest?
You can do that, or there's a bunch of ways you can do it, obviously.
QI 10. 10 out to the north. North Texas traffic, thrust 522 vectoring for the ILS 18 left. North Texas. Jeez. And just keep an eye on that airspeed as well.
Okay.
Go ahead, yeah. And then we can descend and maintain 2,800. So thrust
2,800.
Yeah, thrust 522. Descend and maintain 2,800.
North Texas traffic, thrust 688, inbound runway 36 on the VOR, doing the missed approach, thrust 688.
What is the mist?
Thrust 522, 3 miles out from Ribby, turn right heading 150 to intercept. 150 to intercept, maintain at or above 2,800 until established, clear for the ILS. 18 left. That was too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta stay on top of it, or you're gonna miss all your stuff. That's why you can either do this real quick to see how close you are, or something, so that you don't overfly it.
Okay. And then, so since we got that clearance, we can also go.
Okay, so make sure whenever you fly the plane first and then teach. Okay, so if you overshoot it, just help them fix it. Just say, because Lone Star has done that to me before too. So if you hit approach mode and you're trying to intercept your lateral vertical guidance, but you've got it offset to the left and you flew over it to the left, it's never going to intercept.
Okay.
So have them. Hey, sorry about that. Just pretend you're ATC. Hey, sorry about that. Just turn right heading 210 to intercept or whatever.
Okay.
I obviously don't do that, but so you got to stay ahead of it.
Okay.
And make sure you give them your vector in time. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's go Foggles on and just teach me your controls, what you're doing, and what I need to do, how to do it, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so that's 688. You said you guys are going to come behind us.
Yeah, we're going to proceed on the published miss, which is a right turn climbing. So we'll be behind y'all for a little bit. We're probably going to climb up and go outbound from Addison from there because we're running out of time.
All right.
So what you're saying is I'm good to shoot the approach?
Yeah,
all right, so we're on approach mode.
Just letting you know the situational awareness on your end.
So we would do descent before landing checklist. We could have done that earlier, but let's see, we'll have everything up. Make sure fully ready. We can go ahead and configure, and we're at 90, so once we bring that...
Was that the traffic departing on 36, right?
Yeah, we're departing out to the north. We're going to stay west of the final approach course, though, so we're out of your guys' way.
Perfect, thank you much. We're about 6 miles north, ILS 18 left.
All right, so I got my first notch in, and I'm just adjusting that power to maintain 90.
And 688 to the thrust on the ILS. We're on the published mist for the VOR, but we got show in sight, so we'll try to separate with altitude here.
You can see that we're dropping a little bit beneath it, so we can throw up just a little bit.
So the guy on the runway is using 36 right, the active runway?
Yeah.
He's going to offset to the west so that we're good.
Gotcha,
and that guy's already high enough above us to not matter.
Okay.
Usually you don't get this tight on stuff, but we got plenty of spacing from everybody. You just need to make sure you have situational awareness with your students so that you're staying safe to do what you need to do.
Yeah. And then we can also bump our altitude down just to...
Hey, North Texas traffic, 561, we just departed. We're actually going to stay east of the corridor so we can stay out of the way of the plane going missed on the VOR.
Then 941 will be our DA. So if we're not visual, we're not stable, and we do not have any of the runway in sight, then we'll execute a missed approach.
North Texas traffic, thrust 522, 3 miles on north on the ILS 18 left. We got both of you guys in sight, so it should be good. North Texas.
Roger, thanks.
Also fast, so we got right on the... Alright, cool. I definitely could have kept 90 better there. Got close earlier, like right at 102. I was about to drop the flap, but...
Yeah, make sure anytime they're approaching, if they're approaching it, just take their flap out.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to startle them a little bit, but that's good because they need to know that it's important that they're managing their airspeed.
Yeah. Here.
North Texas traffic, that's 526, 5 mile final VOR Alpha, North Texas.
And let's see, so we're coming up on that 940, which is our decision altitude. And
minimums.
That would be our minimum, so we'll cram, climb, clean, and then toga button, and then North Texas traffic, that's 522, execute the missed approach. North Texas.
North Texas traffic, that's 522, 526, we see you coming in over there. We're going to make it a straight out on the mist as we climb.
Yeah, cool. Just keep going that way.
Up on just this heading?
Yeah, if we're climbing and trying to turn, it's going to get awkwardly close with him right there.
Yeah, okay.
And they're plenty high right there, so we're good.
Cool.
Yeah, we can go to like 25.
Okay.
Let's hang a right or left, something like a, I don't know, 130 maybe for now. And then set us up for the VOR Alpha.
Am I good to take these off?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay.
2400 is at or above.
Okay.
You could stop here if you want.
Yeah, 25. Let's see, so we'll go 25.
Anyway, you can make the call. You just want to let the VFR traffic know what your intentions are and what you're doing.
Okay.
So you can just tell them that North Texas traffic is 522. turning out to the east to
Texas,
self-vector for the VOR
Alpha departing to the south, North Texas.
Okay. North Texas traffic, that's 522. We're turning out to the east. We'll be setting up for vectoring for the VOR, North Texas.
Sweet.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Cool. Let's see, so we'll go ahead and get that approach set up. So VOR Alpha, vectors, minimums. We'll go ahead and pull up that plate. And I know this is a relatively steep VOR approach. Let's see, minimums. Circling at 1340. So 1340.
North Texas traffic 526 left downwind, 36 right, departing to south, last call, North Texas.
So, cool. 40, BYP. Everyone active. Alright, cool. Thrust 522, turn left heading 090.
Left heading 090.
Alright, cool. So yeah, we would have everything already set up. We can fly this on either green or pink data. If we're on pink, we just need to make sure that we have those bearing pointers up.
Okay. Okay, so this time I want you to kind of focus on a little bit more of the situational awareness aspect and trying to give your traffic calls as you're coming in.
Yep.
That one was a little congested, so I was kind of helping you out a little bit, but
it was pretty crazy.
Good thing is it was all thrust guys, so we tend to communicate pretty well together.
Yeah.
Sometimes the other guys get around and they don't communicate as well with you, so it can be a little frustrating. And then if you can't get good communication and you can't tell what's about to happen next, obviously err on the side of safety and create some more spacing. And if you have to bail off an approach because somebody's not talking to you or whatever, do what you need to do.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, thrust 522, turn left heading 030.
030, thrust 522.
So this is where we would make that call, pretty much on the base. So.
Well, you told them that you were vectoring already.
Yeah, we're already vectoring.
Yeah, if you already advised them that you were vectoring for the approach, then you're fine.
Okay.
But as you kind of get established on it, it'd be nice to give them like a, I don't know, 2 or 3 calls as you're coming in close, just kind of like they did, right?
Yeah. All right.
So you're like 8 miles out now.
North Texas traffic, thrust 512 at the south ramp, taxiing 36
thrust
right
522,
via Alpha,
turn left heading 320 to intercept, maintain at or above 2,500 until established, clear for the VOR into McKinney.
Left 320 to intercept, maintain 2,500 until established, clear for the VOR Alpha, North Texas. And now what did I push?
And then we can go nav mode here.
Yeah, better.
So yeah, the spacing was, or the timing was a lot better on that, I think. So our nav mode.
Even that one was a little bit on the tight side. So if I wasn't as efficient with turning that and getting it going, then it would be cutting it a little close.
Gotcha.
If you get yourself this far out, where you're 4 or 5 miles intercepting before, then try to turn yourself in, give them that PTAC call.
Okay.
Probably, unless they're just a good, efficient student and fast about it, I wouldn't be getting them in within, closer to that mile from intercepting. Try to keep it 1.5 miles to 2 miles from intercepting that course. Give them that last turn and the whole PTAC call. Or if you realize that you did, you got a little behind and you missed and you got them a little closer than you wanted to, then just give them the turn to intercept.
Yeah.
Because sometimes approach does that too, and then they want to get you turned in the right direction first to make sure you don't miss it, and then they'll give you the rest of the PTAC call here in a second.
Gotcha, okay.
So you can always break up that PTAC call too.
Okay. Then descent before landing, go ahead, switch us over to the left.
Okay. To the left.
Everything's up, looks good. So yeah, so we can see that we're 2 miles out. Once we're within 1 mile, we just need to make sure we're within that flap range, so within 102, and we can go ahead and configure. So for this specific approach, it's a pretty steep descent as well. So we really got to focus on hitting that vertical speed and getting it set up right when we cross that final approach fix. This will also be a non-precision approach, so we're circling. If we are not visual within 1.3 nautical miles of the field, then we will execute that miss approach. So yeah, we can go ahead and configure. Right at 90, we'll throttle up just a little bit.
Yeah, so make sure you're teaching them like RPM settings for straight and level with one flap, because they're going to need to know that whenever they level off at the MDA. Just put it back at the same RPM setting.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So yeah, about 21. 100.
Okay, and let's give a call to the traffic so they know where we're at.
And it would be 4 miles out to the east. Yeah, vertical speed too. North Texas traffic, thrust 522, 4 miles out to the east. We'll be circling for 18.
36 right.
36 right, correction. North Texas. All right.
Okay, yeah, get it all back in check.
Yeah, my bad.
Fly the plane first and teach as you can, but stay within all of your standards and everything first. That's a priority. You can't teach until we have all this stuff in check, right?
Yep.
So I'll call your visual or not, but on the way, just teach me what we're doing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're descending down to our MDA at or above 1340. So we have -0 plus 100 on that altitude. We'll go ahead and level off. And yeah, like I said earlier, if we are visual within 1.3 miles, then we can
North Texas traffic, thrust 512, departing 36 right, westbound departure, North Texas.
Cool, let's say you're visual.
All right, visual, so
then what?
There's that 1340, so we can go ahead and circle to 36.
Okay, let's let them know.
North Texas traffic, thrust 522, circling to 36. Right, North Texas. Cool. So we can descend down as well once we're visual and once we're established.
Yeah, but you want to do it in a position where you can make a normal descent to land.
Yeah, it does not feel like a normal descent.
Yeah, because your AGL is 591 for 1340. So in that case, if you apply that to a normal VFR traffic pattern, you wouldn't be descending to land from like that 600 AGL until you got like probably somewhere in the base, right?
Yeah.
Middle of the base.
So probably...
But you don't want to get outside of 1.3. So make sure you're staying within.
Oh, okay. The circlings, I haven't circled in a minute, so it feels a little bit different. So we would just call it base right here, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. North Texas traffic, thrust 522, turning right base for 36 left. North Texas. Right, 36. There.
36 right.
36 right, correction. North Texas traffic.
There you go. Don't line up with the runway.
The comms are a whole different ball game in double I. Cool.
Cool, let's let them know that we're on final for a touch and go.
North Texas traffic, there's 522 on final for 36 right, touch and go, North Texas. And we'll also go flap, slow it down a little bit.
North Texas traffic, thrust 512, turning left crosswind to the west, departing the area, North Texas.
North
Texas traffic, King Air 775 Delta Mike is 6,000, and we're going to be entering the left downwind, runway 36 right. We'll be looking for the thrust plane coming westbound.
Sweet.
Alright, cool. Flaps down. On the go. $60.
I don't see where that guy's at.
Which one? That guy?
No, the other guy. Yeah, I got to make sure you're listening for all the other traffic because that other guy called in as a King Air.
Yeah.
He said he was at 6,000 and he was looking for them.
Yeah.
I don't know what direction that he said. I think he said he was like 6 miles, but it's the distance. Cool, let's do a left crosswind and then we'll go left downwind departure to the south.
Okay.